bring on my second guest on today's show. Let's say hello to Tom Mann. Hello.
Hello, mate. How you doing?
I'm very good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Now, you have caused a massive stir today. All of my Twitter people just go mental for you at the moment. They're tweeting in questions like 100 every 10 minutes.
It's barking mad, isn't it?
Are you loving it at the moment?
Crazy. It's so overwhelming. But, some absolute nutters across Twitter, in particular, who just keep tweeting, and like you've just said, you've seen it on your timeline already. So, yeah.
And I mean, like, is it kind of crazy because it's only in the last couple of weeks you've been kind of chucked into the limelight like that. So to get instant fame at a click of a finger, do you kind of find that overwhelming? It
is very overwhelming. Like, I think that's the best word to describe it. It's just crazy. Obviously, before the show aired, that Saturday, I was just leading my normal life, and then obviously Saturday night hit, and I was only on the show for, I think they only showed about 2 minutes of the audition overall, and it just went crazy from there. Escalated so quickly, and before I knew it, I was having to answer questions left, right, and centre, and capitalise on what's now become a massive fan base. So yeah, it's absolutely crazy, mate.
Now, what made you kind of go forward and do the X Factor? I mean, what was it in you that said, right, now's the right time to go? Because it's such a big show to go on as well, and it must be so nerve-wracking. So what was it that kind of told you that it was time to go and audition in front of the judges?
I just think, I think I had left college. I left college last year, and I've been pursuing solo stuff since then. And it got to the point where, in the past, I'd sort of thought about applying for X Factor in Britain's Got Talent, and never felt quite ready for it. But when this one came about, I just decided to jump in with both feet, and I'm so relieved that I did. Seeing what's happened across social media, like we've said, and I just wanted to put myself in there. Like I said this on the audition, the second round, and I said that I just wanted to go in for a bit of approval. Whether I made it through or whether I didn't, I just wanted, to stand in front of those 4 judges and, take criticism, take compliments, whatever they gave me, and just see what they said.
Who are you most nervous, like, out of the judges? Who kind of made you the most nervous performing in front of?
That's a hard one.
Louis?
That's a very hard one, because, there's so many things running through your head on a day, and, the top one was just get through. Just get through the song and hope they like it. But, Nicole Scherzinger in particular, very intimidating from a male perspective, as I'm sure you can agree. A bit weak at the knees, so that was a difficult one to keep myself together. I was very, very scared that I'd be singing, and then I'd look into her eyes, and then suddenly realise who I was actually making eye contact with. So that was nerve-wracking. But also on top of that, I think Gary's probably the most honest one, and most stern, and at times he's very hard to please. So those 2 in particular, I was desperate to win over.
Now, what was Louis Walsh like? Because I love Louis. I think he's so cool, and he just sits there on the panel, and he's just so funny, his little voice. I mean, what was it like performing in front of him? He's
very chilled, isn't he? He's very chilled out. But yeah, no, he wasn't sort of taken aback by the performance, and it didn't stand out massively to him, I don't think. But he both rounds he said yes, and he put me through. So I guess he liked it. I guess he enjoyed it. And yeah, no, like I say, just a very chilled man.
And Gary Barlow, obviously, he's worked in the industry for so long. He's got an amazing career. That kind of must have been nerve-wracking as well, because he's almost like the Simon Cowell figure now on the panel. He's almost like the head judge, and that's the one to impress. Did you kind of feel like you had to impress him, or like you said, did you just go on there, sing your song, and just try and get through?
No, definitely. Like you say, he's sort of taken up the head judge role. So, he's sort of the main figure, and like I say, he's probably the most stern, the most honest one. And yeah, had an amazing career. So not just that, but he's an inspiration to me in terms of songwriting and things like that. So he's an all-round musician, and extremely credible. So I knew that if I was to have a chance in doing well in the competition, that I'd have to get him on my side.
And another kind of question, we all saw you get through to boot camp.
Yep.
How was that for you? I mean, that performing in front of a crowd like that, I couldn't imagine what you went through before going on the stage, and to get through as well, you must have been on the biggest high ever.
Yeah, well, tell me about it. It's just pure relief in the end. Absolute relief, because it's such a long day in itself, and it was hot. I think I was coming off the back of a bit of an illness as well, so I was really feeling the pressure. So I had a stress ball with me, and I was squeezing that about every second of the day before I went on. I had an ice pack on my head.
Oh, so you weren't feeling that well at the time?
No, I was just, it was very hot, and it's just an absolutely surreal experience to be in, before it even happened. Just waiting back there and stepping into that. I don't think you can prepare for that personally. You can rehearse the song, but going out onto that stage in front of 4,000 people when, in some ways you are so inexperienced, is very hard to prepare for. So I just had to get through it and do the performance and, come across professional.
Now, I know you can't go into any more about how you've done further on, but obviously a lot of people are going to wish you the best of luck, but loads of your fans, and I mean loads, have tweeting in some questions. Is it okay if I ask you a few of them?
Absolutely, fire away. I'll try to answer as best as I can.
Well, we got one from Paul Higgins, and he said, where do we send your birthday cards to? So is it your birthday soon or something?
My birthday's not until November, so it's not that far away, but it's not tomorrow. So, But I am in the process of setting up. Just because it's been such a whirlwind, I feel a little bit behind with everything. But I am in the process of setting up, for fan mail and things like that, address,
awesome.
Send stuff like that too. So if Paul can hang on a little bit.
Now we've got a really good question from Georgia Mers, and she said, my question for Tom, how old were you when you started to sing? So that's a good question.
Yeah, that's a common question as well. It's hard because, there wasn't a specific day when I set out and told myself I wanted to be a singer. But, I started learning guitar, teaching myself guitar when I was about 10 years old, and singing kind of just went hand in hand with that. So I learnt those two together. Seeing sort of my dad could play guitar, and I had a few friends around me that could play as well, so that inspired me to get learning, and then with that just came the singing.
And obviously, Tom, you've worked alongside the legend that is Jules Holland, so you've done a lot before the X Factor. How was it working with someone like Jules Holland? Yeah,
no, again, very surreal, a very surreal experience. That was, I think I was only 15 at the time. And I was fronting a band, and we won a national Battle of the Band style competition, and the prize was to open up for a Jules Holland show in London in front of a few thousand, which was just crazy, and getting to meet him beforehand, and then ultimately watching him perform afterwards, an amazing experience, and an achievement that I'll forever be proud of at that age. So I've done a bit before X Factor, but like I say, this is still the biggest thing that I've done to date.
Now we've got a question from Dopey Shelley, and that's actually her name. I'm not being rude and insulting her, but she said, "What was your favourite school subject growing up?"
Favourite school subject? I always loved, and I haven't done it in ages, but throughout GCSE particularly, I loved doing art. And that was, for a while, a bit of a talent of mine. I like doing art and drawing and things like that. And like I say, I haven't done it since, but I don't know, it was such a relaxing lesson. And I was never very good at science and other, maths and mathematical subjects like that. So no, I enjoyed art and I enjoyed music and the more sort of expressive subjects like that.
We got another question now for you. Who do you think this is from Whitney. She said, who do you think your biggest competition is so far?
Oh, that's a bit of an awkward question, isn't it? I don't want to sound arrogant coming across, but there's been a lot of press around Sam Bailey, obviously, who is the prison officer in the Overs. She's such a lovely woman as well, but what an amazing voice. And across all the social media as well, I saw a lot of celebrities in particular tweeting support for her. So she's doing amazing for herself, and she looks to be the front runner at the moment. So we'll have to wait and see, though.
Now, obviously, a lot of people kind of are saying that they love you here. I mean, Ellie said that she loves you. But you've even got Tom Mann, Romania. You have.
I know.
That's so cool. I've looked at a few today. I've had like Tom Mann, Azerbaijan come through. It's like Eurovision. It's amazing.
It's crazy. Yeah. It's it's obviously a UK program, but it's mental. Like where I've reached. Some random ones. Romania. Don't know how that happened. But thanks so much to whoever's created that Tom Mann account.
But they've asked if you could be in any kind of series, what character would you play, and what show?
That's a hard one. That's a really hard one. Does it have to be like fictional?
It could be anything. It could be EastEnders. It could be Coronation Street, The Bill.
I don't really watch many soaps, but I've said across Twitter that like one of my life dreams and ambitions is to appear on Celebrity Juice.
You
I
could
love
do
that show, and I know that's not a soap, and it's not it is a series, but not necessarily an acting role. But I'm desperate to go on that show. It's my favourite show ever.
And just very quickly, Anmol says that he loves you, I think, or she. Oh no, it's a picture of you in their profile picture.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it's I think it's a girl. We've also got Happy Birthday Niall. She said, what's Tom's favourite time of the year? These questions are not that interesting for people who get one question for you. It could be a little bit better.
Oh, bless him. Don't be harsh. Don't be harsh. Favourite time of the year? I think, stereotypically summer. Summer's the best time of the year and to look forward to, and in particular, from a musical point of view, things like festivals and things like that, in particular summer. But at the moment, we're coming out of summer, so maybe I shouldn't be saying that. I don't want to put a downer on it, but we're heading for winter now. But everyone loves Christmas as well, so win-win.
Now you've got an amazing fan called Emily. She said, question for Tom, would you ever consider bringing out an autobiography?
Ooh.
I know.
That's an interesting question. I think even now at the moment I haven't quite been on a journey in a position to release an autobiography, but certainly one day. I think it depends on what I end up achieving and what kind of journey I go on. But certainly be something I'd be interested in. I wouldn't write one just for the sake of writing one. I'd want to do it properly. So let's hope I manage to set out a good path for myself, and then I can relive it through an autobiography, I guess.
There you go. Now I'm going to read as much as I can now. I've got to be a little bit quick with these.
Okay, mate.
So we've got Amy. She said, can you ask Tom Mann if he'll be coming to Ireland soon, because we all love him over here.
I've had quite a few tweets of support from Ireland, so absolutely, it's definitely something that I want to do, and I'm keen to get gigging, straight away. Obviously, X Factor's priority at the moment, but I'm desperate to tour the UK and get to as many places as I can, and Ireland is definitely one of those, so please keep a lookout for any dates that I post. Now,
Jill said, who is your favourite person from One Direction?
Favourite person? Depends what we're going for. I think Zayn has got... Oh, I don't want to cause controversy here, but I think Zayn's got the best voice. I like Zayn's voice the most.
He has got a cool voice, hasn't he?
He has got a great voice, and particularly in the their new song, some of the notes he's pulling off. So to me, that stands out in terms of vocals. Zayn is my favourite.
Now, Lucy says, did you have a nickname when you were at school? And if so, what was it?
I didn't have a nickname, but I went through a phase of being a little bit chubby. So I wasn't particularly nicknamed, but I was sort of the token chubby kid in the friendship group.
Oh no!
yeah, I know.
But you've turned out quite cool now. You've got your cool hairstyle going on, and lots of people wanting to even marry you as well. So you come out on top in a way.
I'm just thankful I came out that way.
Now, Chloe Manimals says, will you ever come to France?
France.
There you go, France.
bit different from Ireland, but like I say, everything's very, very early stages at the moment, and sometimes it can be difficult organising things like that. But like I say, absolutely, it's something that I want to aim to do, and I want to be in a position where I can gig as much as possible. And I think there's something different about performing live and people getting to see you play live. So, like I say, I want to reach as many places as I can and play to as many fans as possible.
Jonathan Calderon said, if you could go back in time and meet one person, who would it be and why?
I was thinking about this one. I saw this one pop up on Twitter, and hard one. Back in time. It's not that long ago, but and it's not musical related. But I remember when Heath Ledger died, and I was obsessed with that Batman film, The Dark Knight. Amazing film. And so if I could go back in time and meet someone, it'd be Heath Ledger, because obviously he had a bit of a mysterious death, died at a young age, and I think he's an amazing actor as well. So, like I say, not a musical figure, but just from a personal interest, that's someone who I'd love to meet.
Who's James? Is it James Gafford? He said, he goes...
Oh, James Gafford.
Gafford, okay. Do you know this guy?
Yeah, I coach with him.
Right, because he said, are you going to be doing any work tomorrow, or just have a big cigar, like most weeks? That was his question
I knew he'd
for
say
you.
Something. No, when we coach together, I often get a bit of stick because they call me lazy and whatnot. Even though I like to think I'm very hardworking, they like to rip into me, and obviously that's what he's doing now. So I'll make sure he regrets it tomorrow morning.
Now, Hayley Luff said, what made you choose to sing "Let Her Go" at your audition?
What made me choose it? It was because obviously, the audition, it was filmed a while ago, it was a few months ago, and at the time, Let Her Go was creeping up and escalating, and it was becoming a massive song. And a lot of people said to me that they could see massive similarities in Passenger's voice with my voice. So I gave it a bit of a go and posted it on YouTube, and people seemed to love it. And this was pre-X Factor. So people seemed to love the YouTube cover. And then I decided to front it and go with it for the X Factor.
Wow. Now, since I've been on the interview with you, we've had another 30 questions come through, but I can't read any more out, unfortunately.
That's okay, no worries.
If you can just say hello to Anne.
Hello, Anne.
The Rainbow. Well, we spoke about this lady beforehand. She's a big fan of yours.
Yeah.
So we can say hello to her as well.
What's the name?
The Rainbow.
That's the Twitter name. I get, hello, the Rainbow.
That sounds pretty cool when you say it like that. Now, very, very quickly, I've created a little game for you.
Oh, I'm dreading this.
Now, here we go. Don't worry, it's not bad. It's not bad.
I'm not very good on the spot.
It's just I'm going to chuck you some quick scenarios. You've only got 60 seconds, but it's the end of the interview. But Liverpool or Man United?
At the moment, Liverpool.
Hot noodle or pizza?
Pizza.
Katie Price or Kelly Brook?
Kelly Brook.
Strictly or X Factor?
X Factor.
S Club 7 or Steps?
Oh, S Club 7.
Towie or Geordie Shore?
I love them both. Towie.
70s music or 80s music?
70s.
Okay, very, very good. John or Edward?
I don't know. They're both the same.
Okay, fair enough. Thank you so much for your time today and answering all your fans' questions, Tom.
Thank you very much for having me,
It's
mate.
been amazing talking to you, and stay in touch.
And you. Thank you, mate.
Thank you, bye.
Bye.